What is going on, everyone? The celebration should not be stopping in H-Town after punching their ticket into the postseason yesterday, defeating the Indianapolis Colts 23-19. The Houston Texans have just became the AFC South Divisional Champions, with the Jacksonville Jaguars blowing it and losing to the Tennessee Titans. The Texans are hosting a home playoff game next week against the Cleveland Browns. You get an opportunity to get your get back, and you face them with CJ Stroud. Guys, I cannot believe we are talking about this Houston Texans team in year one, having a 10-win season, having a postseason run, winning your division, and potentially having Offensive Rookie of the Year in CJ Stroud, Defensive Rookie of the Year in Will Anderson Jr., Coach of the Year in DeMeco Ryans, and you have to throw in Executive of the Year, Nick Caserio. The Houston Texans have announced themselves to the world, and they're going to put on a show this postseason. Welcome, everyone, to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calavillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content. Thank you, everyone who joined my live stream yesterday. One of my biggest, if not the biggest of the year. It means so much. Don't forget, I drop daily Houston Texans content, so if you're new here to the channel, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this season. Please help me get there, and thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, a playoff game in Houston is gonna be berserk. Now, I've said this many times before. Even though the Astros have dominated the MLB, have won countless rings, definitely a dynasty, Houston has always and will always be a football city, and it's going to be the most packed you've seen it in years. I will not be at the game. I am broke, but I will be at the tailgate getting slaughtered with enough said tailgaters in the blue lot. So if you are going tailgating, that's where I will be. They do a fantastic job. They have St. Arnold's. They have great food, great DJ. Come say hi, and let's enjoy the moment, man. Because who thought the Houston Texans were going to be in this situation? Not even myself thought we were going to have 10 wins and be AFC South Divisional Champions. This is a crazy turnaround, and the way this season is going, I mean, I feel like I can go all the way to the Super Bowl. Because when you go to the playoffs, that's everyone's goal, right? The regular season is getting to the dance. Now you've got there. Now you have an opportunity to make history, Houston Texans, and this is year one. Rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans, rookie quarterback CJ Stroud, rookie offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick. I could go on and on with the youth on this Houston Texans team in terms of the coaching staff and player-wise, but they've all just done a fantastic job. And let's go back to last year at this very moment. It felt like the Houston Texans were about to be as dysfunctional as an NFL franchise could be. We had just fired, it's 3-19, we had just fired Lovie Smith. I didn't know what direction we were going to go in. The day later, you see Nick Caserio say, if I don't do a good job, I'm not going to be here next year. Guys, that was just a couple of months ago. Absolutely insane what one off season could do for a franchise, and you got it right. You got it right. It started when you hired DeMeco Ryans. And when that decision was made, me and Harley told all of y'all that this guy was going to bring the city of Houston a Super Bowl. And when you saw his press conference and the Texans put all his old pictures, his old highlights, his former teammates and coaches, you saw the Houston Texans trying to be different. Because they did not do that for Lovie Smith. They did not do that for David Culley. Then you saw free agency, and general manager Nick Caserio brought in a veteran for every single position group. Wide receivers, Noah Brown and Robert Woods. Tight ends, Dalton Schultz. Running back, Devin Singletary. Offensive line, Shaq Mason. Quarterback room, Case Keenum. Secondary, bringing back Steven Nelson, but also Jimmy Ward. Linebackers, Denzel Perriman. Defensive line, Sheldon Rankins. And then the additions during the season. I mean, trading for Kendrick Green, And Josh Jones, with our offensive line, had so many injuries. Recently picking up Desmond King, Derek Barnett. Nick Caserio has done a fantastic job this entire year of adding talent to this Houston Texans team. And every single one of those roster moves led to us being in this position. Then you nail it in the draft. And you bet on yourself, like Harley said, selecting C.J. Stroud, not trading up for Bryce Young. Then trading up multiple picks for Will Anderson Jr., trading up for Juice Scruggs, trading up for Tank Dell. The Houston Texans basically traded up for everyone they wanted in the draft. Then you saw in training camp this team was going to be different. The lines were 2 miles long at 5 in the morning. Everyone just wanted to get a glimpse of what this Houston Texans team could potentially be. And I did not think that I was seeing a playoff team all the way back in training camp. I cannot believe we are talking about playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we were in the playoffs, Deshaun Watson was our quarterback. J.J. Watt was on the D-line. That's how long ago it has been. And I remember all the scrutiny we got in the offseason, and I haven't forgot, because this Houston Texans team is not done. They are nowhere near done. And then you also look at the stuff we've overcame this year, because damn near every starter missed games this year. C.J. Stroud missed games. Your entire offensive line besides Shaq Mason missed games, as well as your defensive line. So many injuries all across the board. Losing Jimmy Ward, losing Tavierre Thomas, losing Kenyon Green, losing, did I mention Titus Howard? I must go ahead and say it again. Titus Howard, who you gave a big 3-year deal in the offseason. This has been a different Houston Texans team, and I haven't seen it before. You know, I told you guys how I wanted to get rid of the narrative of the old Houston Texans, and it needs to be put to bed. Because stuff is starting to fall in your favor. You just won the AFC South Divisional Championship with the Tennessee Titans beating the Jaguars. That's absolutely insane. Take advantage of this home game whenever you play the Cleveland Browns. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Texans, they're headed to the postseason, and they're having a home playoff game. I could not wish for anything more in year one of the rebuild. Thank you, everyone who has been with me along the way. We're going to keep it going. For more Houston Texans content, y'all know what to do. Follow me for more. Go H-Town. Have a very blessed day.